Francois.
Hike, hang, and get high. Time to hit the trail. Hike up the hills to a high, sweeping view. Hanging a hammock for a moment or two. Get out there and y'all have fun hiking. Hike, hang, and get high.
Next left, where that is, somewhere hidden in the trees, apparently. Good. Or maybe by a extreme police presence. There it is. Hiking trails are calling me. Any place I can be free. All right, out here at the trailhead. Getting ready. Yeah, a little bit excessive, but we're going to do a 5 mile or maybe a 9-10 mile hike. Depends on how I feel at the split up here. I did stop and get some actual Loctite for this. Think that's good, but what trail have I done? St. Francois State Park. I got so the first trailhead you enter is Mooner's Hollow. This is Pike Run, and there's another swimming deer. Mooner's Hollow is about 3 miles, so a little less than what I wanted to do. And Deer Run is about the same, but this trailhead, it's got a north and a south loop. So you do the south loop and it's about 5 point something miles, and then the north loop connects to it and you can do that, and that's another 4 point something miles. So you could get about 10 miles of hiking in on this trail. So let's see what I wind up doing. So this is already looking pretty freaking awesome. I mean, just look at that. The tall grasses all throughout the trees. It's not someplace you'd want to go walking through, especially in tick season. But the trail looks pretty wide. Got a lot of horse traffic. And a lot of people traffic, I guess. But yeah, this looks pretty awesome. The sun is shining bright, you know, highlighting areas. That looks like a wall of, that does look like a wall or a foundation, but I think it is a natural formation. I'll know more down here. That is just natural. Oh wow. It's like a knee-high retainer wall. And there's another one over there. That is just cool. That is just cool. The rocks here are very interesting. At least at the beginning. Yeah. Yep, I have never done this trail before, which is pretty awesome. Only a limited number of times you can say that. Wow, the rocks are pretty cool. You got some divergent trails. Some of it is obviously more horse, and a lot of things are obviously more people. So, due to some audio issues, I have got a new microphone. So hopefully that's going to give me a little bit more battery life for my microphone. Jeez, look at this. The horses have tore this up. So yeah, now I see why there's a little bit of a bypass trail made by hikers who just don't want to walk in that goop. But wow, the forest here is amazing. I mean, forests that I'm used to are not, how to put it, this well kept. I'm used to thick underbrush all over the forest, not this, I guess, old growth, where the undergrowth has been kept to a minimum. Yeah, Mississippi swamps are not so clean and friendly. So this is refreshing. These rock walls here are just amazing. Stupefying might be it. Look, man, it looks like ancient castle walls or castle foundations. Very cool. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up and hike for a little bit. For a very little bit. So there's this little rocky hill, and you get to the trailhead here, parking area, and I guess this is where the loop begins. You got a trailhead, and one side of the loop, the other side of the loop. So you got to pick which one you want to do. And I do always tend to go left. So think I'm gonna keep that up. Very interesting trail. A lot of water crossings and wet trail with water flowing over rocks. Pretty interesting. I say these rocks are interesting. I mean, these rocks are just interesting. I mean, yeah, how did that form? That's just interesting. If I could just spend a couple 100,000 years watching that rock form, that would be very cool. This is a undocumented switch, but it looks, from what I can tell, like the trail goes this way. We will see. Oh, wow. Yeah, not 100% sure where to go from here, but I'm going to give a chance on going this way. This looks right. Yep. How horses deal with that, I don't know. But that looks right. Those look pretty cool. More flowery goodness. Just little spots along the trail with individual little flowers. Very cool. And then you got those. Yeah, this area has some very interesting geology. Lots of sparkling rocks along the trail here. And rolling hills, deep forest. Pretty freaking awesome. Woo. Butterflies. Yeah, so far the trails have been pretty awesome. It has been very serene. Not a whole lot of remarkable terrain changes or challenges. There's been a couple of uphills and a downhill, but other than that, it's just a cool, very serene trail. Especially right now. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic, and it's very quiet, awesomely quiet. It's just the rustle of trees, or rustle of wind through the trees, and me tossing limbs out of the trail. But other than that, listen. You don't get that a lot of places. Of course, as I stop and stand, there's a loud engine roaring. But that's not very prevalent. Just an awesome trail so far. Whew. This is a nice big rutted area. Downhill, so it makes the ruts deeper. Oh, water cutting through. That's a nice sparkly rock. Ooh, those are very sparkly. And yeah. Wow. Now that the sun's off of them, they're not as sparkly, but that was very cool. Very cool rocks. Wow. Oh, look at that. Looks like a stream bed. Occasionally flows higher than it does. And we're heading down that way. Yep. There was that. This is pretty cool. And like right after that, look at this. The trail is the stream. Wow. After that, you get to walk by this very cool stream that appears to be flowing over a solid shelf of rock very serenely. That is saying, set up your chair and have lunch. And for a view like that, I think I'm going to do that. because that'll be awesome. So yeah, this is a pretty good view up here. So for lunch, I'm gonna have a half of a on-trail bar. All right, so I found these at a farmer's market yesterday, and they're made here locally in St. Charles, Missouri. On-trail bars, and it's ontrailbars.com. So let's take a look and see what's in the package. All right, so it is 2 bars. It's apparently 4 servings. So I might cut these in half and eat them out on the trail. And let's see, my electrolyte drink today is Ultima, the mocktail line. I think it's Cranberry Cosmo, which is pretty cool. Oh man, look at that, that is awesome. Got a view of the trail, got a view of the stream, sunlight dappling through the trees. This is awesome. I'll let you know about the bar. Looks pretty cool. It is softer than I expected. It's not like one of them thick, dry trail bars. This is moist. And you can tell real ingredients. I mean, like the blueberries. Very good. It's a very good trail bar. Nice. I'll put the link to their site in the description so you can go get some. Very cool. I mean, this is good. Surprisingly good. Huh. All right, that little break spot was about 2.4 miles. So almost 2.5. So almost half of 5. So it should be about halfway. Yeek. And back on the trail, so. Very, very serene space out here. Have been a couple other hikers, or well, 4 other hikers in 2 groups. I think 2 groups. Yeah. This section's a little muddy, so but the trail, absolutely fantastic. Lots to look at. You know, if you're into forests and rocks, which I just happen to be. The rock walls here are pretty awesome. I would definitely turn these into foundations for castle walls. And so far, pretty relaxing trip. He says at the bottom of a big rocky hill. Made 2 times my stairs goal, like the flights of stairs. God, I hope you can see the sparkling on the ground as the sun catches little glints off of crystals. Shiny rocks, whatever you want to call them. This is really cool. Guessing that this was a lightning strike on that tree. Wow. Probably would have been quite scary to be here when that happened. Cool, but scary. Oh. So yeah, that hill back there was pretty tough, but been pretty smooth going since. So yeah, very cool. The trail just kind of makes me want to stay on the trail. Just like sit around, hang up the hammock, just stay here. There's probably not dispersed camping available. They got campsites, but it would be cool if we could. Wow. Yeah, we are approaching a downhill, and I mean a downhill. Probably not as downhill as that 25 degree on Green Rock Trail, but dang, that is downhill. I'm going to move that tree out of the way and see at the bottom-ish, maybe. That was not insignificant. That's awesome. I am seeing something from here. That over there. There's light glistening up from water playing on that rock. And I cannot resist going over here to have a look. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is freaking spectacular. Holy crap. Look at this. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. Wow. That is like a movie setting or something. That is just spectacular. Wow. And here we are crossing that very creek. At a ford, which is not nearly as fun of a word to say as fjord. But all in all, oh man, I wonder how slippery this is going to be. It's very shallow. But I mean, this is the whole creek bed is solid rock. Which is just absolutely amazing. I mean, lots of amazing things out here. Including stuff like that rock right there. That's just cool. Wow. There's a little butterfly sitting on the ground up there, fluttering around. Oh, 3 of them. Butterflies flutter by, but are nothing like butterflies. Very cool. Trying to not step on them. Ooh. Going across this creek, or tributary, coming down that waterfall. That looks a little deeper. I'm going to go back through the shallows. Man, this just very cool. So this is one of those WTF moments. I'm pretty sure A, that is an awesome rock. B, trail should go through there. But it appears that since that tree has so ungracefully fallen right across the trail, at least the horses go up that way, up and around, which seems like more of a hassle than I am willing to accommodate. So I'm just gonna do this bipedal alternative, which I can do. And balance on the log over here and step down into the actual trail. But yeah, probably clearing that up should be a little priority. Just a couple chainsaws and a horse. A couple of chainsaws and a horse. Make short work of that. The horse to pull the logs out of the trail. Whoo! All right, here we go. That's a very inconvenient place for that tree to have fallen, because that goes to the north loop. And trailhead is 2.3 miles that way, or 4 miles that way, which is a little odd because we have gone 4 miles. So that's going to be a 6.3 or 6.4 mile route there. I don't think I have gone that far off the trail or that many times. So the 5 mile thing might be a little bit of a fib. Horse hockey. Yeah, all right. 2.3 miles to go. And still an awesome trail. Heel, heel, heel. This is almost too cool of a creek to cross. Munching on a barefoot roll. Very cool. Looks like this trail is about to come to an end. Oh, special use area. Never mind. I don't know what it means. Oh, nope. Trailhead's a mile and a half that way. I don't know what the special use area spur is, but yeah, another mile and a half. Whoops. This grass here is pretty cool. There's several large patches of it along the trail. Very serene trail. Birds and butterflies been pretty much the predominant wildlife. I think no, I did see a lizard. Not sure what kind it was, scuttering along the leaves. But other than that, just been birds and butterflies. And just awesome forest and ambiance. And occasionally some I don't know if that's just like a racetrack or one guy revving up and down his driveway too much. I don't know. I just never understood the need to draw that much attention to yourself. Yeah. I'm the quiet and don't look at me type. Different strokes for different folks, I guess, but I don't know. I just find the disturbance annoying. Ooh, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's kind of annoying. Wow, that's a cool rock. More of those. Love those rocks. That'd be a nice place to have a picnic. All in all, this is a very cool trip. I'd like to probably come back, stay at the campground, and do the whole 10 miles north and south loops. I'm sure that would take a while, especially with all the stopping and looking and everything else I've been doing. Yeah, this is taking a lot longer than it had to, because it's so much cool stuff. Oh, wow. So that coming around and seeing that from behind, those flowers there lit up by that shaft of light. And the cool rocks. I mean, yeah, it's a lot to look at. Well, not really sure what trail that is, but apparently we go this way just a little bit more before taking the left to go back to the parking lot. So I'm gonna go down this way a little ways and look back at Gaia and make sure I'm still on the right trail. But yeah, these unmarked cutoffs are kind of confusing. Well, now that's a curious thing to see in the middle of the woods. Hey!
Nice day for a walk, ain't it?
It is, it's awesome. Hey, buddy.
That's what you need.
Yeah. Still curious as to, is that a water tower? Cistern? I don't know. A tank of some kind. Oh well. I feel fairly confident declaring that this is almost the end of the trail. mainly because there's the parking area sign and the trailhead a quarter mile that way. Pretty confident, inspiring. So yeah, this has been a pretty awesome hike. A little bit of mud getting back to the trailhead, parking lot in the car with those awesome rocks. Look like castle battlements or foundations. So y'all get out there and y'all have fun hiking.